The only thing that sucks is not having enough hands to grab all these eggs out of the fridge and making several trips. Hi everyone, welcome back to Lilac Oaks Farm. Today I figured I would take you along as I am trying to make a mess in my kitchen. We are making pickled eggs. My hens are laying seriously a lot of eggs. I mean, there's even hens that normally don't lay are laying, and that goes for the ducks as well. So, without further ado, let's get pickling. So now that all of our eggs have been hard-boiled, it is time to make our very first batch of the pickled eggs of the year. The first recipe I will be sharing with you is a plain and simple classic pickled egg recipe. Let's begin. So for this classic pickled egg recipe, I'm going to fill my jar first, and then I'll go to the stove and create the brine. So first, I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. You can use 1. I'm going to use 2 because sometimes they're not strong, and these are not from, playing outside. These are from the grocery store, and they usually need a lot of love. And then I'm going to add a little bit of onion. These are sliced, so I'm going to add a little bit. And then I'm also going to add a little bit, I do not have cloves of garlic. It is 3 to 4 cloves. I'm just going to add what I have, which is my own home raised from the garden garlic. So, and then there's that. So then I'm going to add a couple eggs and a little bit more onion. I'm throwing eggs everywhere. A little bit more onion. So there is this. Now we'll go to the stove and make the brine. Alright, so for our brine, you'll need 2 cups vinegar, tablespoon of salt, and 1/4 to 1/3 cup of sugar. I am using 1/3, and we're just going to dissolve it all. Then once dissolved, we're going to pour over our eggs. You want to completely cover them, and then make sure I got this cover. There's some people who like to can them. You can water bath can them with, which has got some water 1 inch above them, and for 10 minutes. I haven't tried it, honestly, so I don't know if it's shelf stable or not, but this is what I have been doing since we started farming about 4 years ago. So here, and you can shake it up a little bit just so you can get and that's all there is to a classic pickled egg. And you can see all my garlic. Use whatever you have on hand to make your own pickled eggs. So now we are at the second recipe that is one of my husband's favorite, which is bread and butter pickled eggs. I like to put in the seeds and the turmeric in the jar, not in the brine solution. So you need some mustard seeds and then your turmeric. Careful, this stuff will stain everything. This does require 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. And as usual, I'm just going to use what I have on hand. And then half an onion. And we're going to add onion in. Then our eggs. So now we'll go make our brine, which is really simple. It's just like the last time. It's just 2 cups of vinegar and some salt and some sugar. Do make sure to turn this every once and flip it around while it's in the refrigerator maturing, because all that goodness is at the bottom. So you want to just shake it up, and here is your bread and butter pickled eggs. And now we can go on to the third one that I have planned, which is a newer one to even myself, but it's called Thousand Island. We all know the dressing. Well, I I went and I found that there's a recipe for a Thousand Island pickle. So I thought, why can't we do it to pickled eggs? We'll need some mustard seed. And yes, I've tried it already. Everything's worth playing with. A teaspoon of turmeric. And we'll need a half an onion. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, not a lot. The last time I did make this, I didn't put any garlic in, and it was quite close. I just felt I needed a few tweaks, but I wanted to share what I created anyway and see what you guys thought if you do try this yourself. The brine, though, is different. The sugar is gonna be brown sugar. Now I have light brown. I do think if I use dark brown it would make a big difference, but the only thing I have on hand is light, and we use whatever we have. While I was making my brine, I remembered I forgot to add the green peppers, so I dumped everything into a bowl. So now you see that, you know, we're all human. Sadly my green peppers are frozen, but that's what I'm going to use because that's all I have. Like I said, use what you have on hand. So you want half a green pepper basically, and you still want to layer it. No, you don't want any spaces. Okay, I want always something in the space. Now that I've made a mess, which is the fun part, not fun cleaning it up. Alright, so my brine is very dark because of the brown sugar. Anyway, so here is the Thousand Island pickle. Just get some of the juice there at the bottom and try to get that around. Now this needs a week or more to sit so it'll get all that flavor. And there you go. So this is what I have been doing this week with all my extra chicken eggs. I can also do this with duck eggs, but actually almost all my duck eggs are in incubators. I have like 6 incubators. I don't have the chest because that's like way too much money for me, but I do have a lot of the other little incubators. So I am hatching out the end of April. They should be hatching out for the first tailgate of the season. But that's the only other thing I've done this week besides watch it snow, melt, snow, melt, snow, melt, because that's all it's been doing. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you give these recipes a try and let me know in the comments down below if you like pickled eggs or not, and which flavor combo do you like. And I will see you in the next one.